Okay, I will just start from introducing this little board. As you can see, the board has two sides. This is actually the top side with the liquid crystal display frames printed on the top side, and here's the bottom side. We need to solder parts on both the top and the bottom side. We'll start with the bottom side because after this, we'll actually cover the top with the display, and then there won't be any way to solder the bottom side parts after we put the display on. So we'll do the bottom first. Alright, as you can see, there's a few parts here. This is actually the microcontroller. We'll just use the dip switch, and notice there's actually a little circular groove here, also printed on the board. Make sure you line these up. So this one here, and this shiny cap. This is the crystal that actually fits right here. It says 16 megahertz, so that fits in right there. And we'll add a few more parts before we start soldering. These tiny teeny capacitors will just fit right next to the crystal. There goes one of them. There goes the other one. None of these parts actually have polarities, so it doesn't matter. So now I have a few parts on the board. Just put one more part. This is another capacitor. It's a little bigger, and it goes right next to the dip socket. Okay, so once you're able to drop a few parts in onto the board, next thing is to secure the entire all the components. What I would do is I'll just flip to the other side. You can see these pins. Just bend these pins as far as possible from the very bottom, so the other components won't really go anywhere. Okay, so now except for that, this socket, everything else was actually pretty secure. And for the socket, I got a couple suggestions. You can either use a rubber band, or you can just use tape to tape it on. We'll use tape, and we can always reuse the tape.